So you get 2 on the ball here. Um, what are some of the things you're looking at once you get 2 guys guarding you this far out? What are you looking for
Yeah.
at this point usually?
Right now, I'm really trying to look at Jared McCain. I think that's him down there by the in the paint, the bottom. Yeah, I'm looking to see if he's going to come all the way over to take the roller, Ben Middlebrooks, number 34, away, or if he's going to stay in the corner and stay stuck to his man, Jaden Taylor, in the deep corner. And if he does, then I made the right pass to Ben. And if he comes all the way over, then I'm trying to make that skip pass to the corner.
Yeah. I mean, I noticed all year. I watched some of your past games this season. You were getting a lot of this coverage, a lot where he slipped it, but a lot of high shows, high hedges, things like that. Was that something you saw this year? A lot of teams were kind of showing you that look throughout this year.
Yeah, most definitely. Especially like when I was starting to get hot, heating up. A lot of teams wanted to get the ball out of my hands and make my teammates try to beat us or beat them.
Yeah. Okay, we can move on to the next one here. Um, yeah. So this is from the tournament.
Hmm.
Um, you guys get a stop, steal here. So you set a little bit of flare and then come off, get some good separation, pull up over Zach Edey. Um, I mean, this is just kind of just early offense. Like I think you're just setting that screen. Just you thought it was a good action to get open basically.
Hmm. Like a
Yeah.
little flare screen for my shooter.
Yep. Um, do you like playing off the ball in sort of these situations, or do you like you bring the ball up and operating out of that? What do you kind of prefer? You would say.
I mean, I'm comfortable really with either or. I feel like bringing the ball up, it makes me have to facilitate a lot more and not get right into my offense. And then when I'm off the ball, it allows me to just be a scorer. So, I mean, I'm comfortable with both, but, I think bringing the ball up, it might just take a little longer for me to facilitate and try to get my teammates to touch first before, if I get it back, then try to score.
Yeah. Well, Purdue, I mean, I feel a lot of college teams, they run more of this drop coverage, and you're probably going to see that more at the NBA level as well, where the bigs, dropping into the paint a lot more and kind of
Yeah.
conceding the pull up jumper. How do you feel like how are you going to handle, that type of coverage, that type of look, going to the next level where teams are trying to, handle pick and rolls more 2-on-2 than bringing extra help in?
Well, yeah, I know in the league, it's a little different ball game than college. You can't sit in that paint for more than 3 seconds. So, I mean, I think that teams, if they try to, send a heads or a blitz out like that, and the league just having more space, I think it'll be a disadvantage because you make a quick transport pass, to cross the court, and then he hits the roller. I mean, I think that's almost unguardable. So, I mean, for me, it's just about making the right reads, knowing where the open man is going to be at every time. So if that means getting it out of my hands to pass it to somebody so he can get the assist, then I'll do that.
Yeah. What's a transport pass?
So like basically if I were on the say I'm coming down the left side of the court, if I'm looking at this screen right here, the top of the screen,
Yeah.
and somebody comes to send me a ball screen and they hedge out, somebody would need to be kind of where Pop Isaacs is on Texas Tech, yeah, like up there high,
Fair.
so that when they come to hedge, I could just throw it across the top of the court. And then the guy who would be setting me the screen would roll. And then instead of me trying to throw it over the blitz to him, I'll just let my transport guy throw it to him.
Oh yeah, yeah. Okay, okay, I know what you mean. Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
I've seen that, but I didn't know the name for it. Oh, that's cool. Okay,
It's
transport
like
pass.
yeah, it's a
Yeah,
quick pass. Yeah.
yeah. Okay, cool. So this one against Texas Tech, come off here, get to on the ball, you come get it back. He goes under, you shoot it. I mean, this play, you're kind of all over the place. I mean, you bring the ball up in transition. Um, you get downhill, break the paint, get 2 on the ball, swing, kick out, nothing off of that. You come off this handoff, guy goes under. Talk about that. When a guy goes under you on like that, obviously your mentality is to shoot the ball. Is that something you expect you're going to see at the NBA level, or you think guys are going to go more over you, or what are you kind of expecting in that sense?
I know that in the NBA they have a lot of different coverages, but I know that one of them, would be a drop coverage. So I know that's like my money, getting to the mid range, shooting middies and floaters. I know that's a lot of what the league looks like. The bigs don't really come out there too much, but even if somebody does go under, I think that's like, automatic sign for a shot right there.
Yeah. Um, on this one too, I mean, a lot of these, the last play we also looked at too, you're moving off the ball a ton. Is that, would you say that's probably where your strong suit is, playing off the ball, attacking off the catch, things like that?
I think that me being the best scorer that I could be would allow like me coming off the ball is where I could be my best. But being on the ball, I think it just the defense one is already fully set as I'm bringing the ball up the court. So to kind of go from there one on one, it might be a little harder because everybody's in the gaps, kind of just watching you. You swing the ball a couple times, move around. I think that's when the defense starts to break down a little bit. You start to get some driving angles and some breakdowns. So for me, I think I'm the best when I'm off the ball as a scorer.
Yeah. Have you been able to play in any, runs where, they're like calling like defensive 3 second or kind of enforcing that rule at all? Like, have you have any experience playing in that sort of under those rules?
I mean, Portsmouth, they refed with NBA regulations, and then when I went to the little Memphis workout, I mean, it wasn't full 5-on-5, but they replicated a lot of the NBA rules too, in that.
Yeah, how was that playing well, Portsmouth, where it was a 5-on-5 setting, more team-based setting? How was that with the defensive 3 second rule? How did you feel like did the game feel like a lot more spread out than the college game?
Yeah, it did. I mean, the paint, you get in the paint, it's either, you got the floater or, the big's gonna step up or somebody's gonna try to rotate and help and somebody's gonna be open every time. I mean, granted, these are a lot of, college guys that are fresh out of college, trying to get to the NBA. So you see a lot of resemblance and energy, coming from that, just being young and coming straight out of college. But, just the way the refs, ref and the rules, the shot clock and everything, it definitely felt like, a little different.
Yeah, for sure. Move on to another play here. I think this is the last one. You come off this Iverson cut, reject it. You get like three, like you pick up like three help defenders here when you
Yeah.
when you drive. I noticed you came off a lot of this Iverson action a lot.
Yeah, that was one of our quick hitters to kind of give me a bucket or get me going.
Yeah. So what do you see here when you catch the ball? Why did you decide to reject it here?
When I just seen a lot of guys lifted and the baseline was pretty open.
Mhm. Yeah, and then you get three on the ball here. I mean, you have yeah, everyone's open here in this play, but
Yeah.
um, when you're driving, just in general though, when you're driving like this, what are your reads? Like, what are you looking for when you're drawing that extra, help defender at the low man?
So yeah, that help defender, if they never come up, then that's a bucket. If they do rotate over, then I'm looking at who's rotating over. So I'm looking at my guy who's guarding Ben. He totally leaves Ben and tries to come over to me. So I know that I either had a 3-pointer or a more high percentage shot, which was a layup. So I went that route.
Yeah, definitely. Um, are these the types of reads you've been making? You would say throughout your college career, or is this something you started picking up a little bit later?
I would say I'd say that it's something that I had to kind of develop more throughout my college career. It had to get away from the everything has to be score, 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 and just slowing down a little bit and understanding like the game. So if somebody's gonna come over to help like that and blitz, somebody's got to be open. So let's get the best shot for our team at that moment.
Yeah. A couple more questions for you, and then we can wrap it up. So, I mean, you going to, let's say, not being, a highly touted recruit to being, 16, 17 points per game score on a team that makes the Final Four. What contributed to that jump for you? What was kind of the big moment where you think things shifted and your basketball trajectory started, going up?
For me, I would just say, it was staying true to myself, honestly. I have a really good supporting cast back home. My family's very supportive and everything. But I would say, I've just been blessed with, finding the right opportunities for myself and betting on myself, man. Nothing really has been ever given to me. Even on my stops, Illinois State wasn't really supposed to come there and start. Ended up working my way into that. Arizona State, they had their guys coming in. A lot of good guys too, and wasn't supposed to start there, just kind of be a role player and work my way in there. So for me, it's just about, finding an opportunity. If somebody's gonna give me an opportunity, I'm gonna make the most of it every time. So doing that and just letting the confidence continue to grow. And then and making the tournament at ASU my last year there. We had a first round exit, but it definitely gave me a lot of confidence going into this last year.
Yeah. With you, coming out of high school, was it a matter of you think you were under recruited, like got people didn't know you, or do you think it was something in college where you started putting in more work and you started to excel? What do you think the kind of the situation was?
I think I was always a good player. I think it was just for me about understanding that there was more to the game than just scoring a lot of points. And I would say for me as a youngin, that was a lot of my mindset coming out of high school. I just wanted to kind of, score 30 every time I step on the court. But just understanding what wins and how you can get those wins and what you can do out there on the court, I feel like that's what allowed my game to grow.